This is the Hidden Killers podcast with Tony Brueski,
featuring retired FBI Special Agent Jennifer Coffindaffer.
Ruby Frank and Jodi Hildebrandt. The religion of her was not lost on me when I read that, because it was like, oh, how many do we have this year that are doing crazy things with their children or seem to have very bizarre beliefs that end up affecting others in very negative ways? Yeah, that certainly did stand out to me right away. Of, well, what's the core belief here that makes this person feel they have the right or the power to be able to treat others that way? Somewhat reminiscent of Lori Dayville. And we know what that was and how she broke off into a fundamentalist sect of LDS and just went her own way far away. I do wonder if some of that is at play here too. What do you think the mommy blog, how do you think the mommy blogging and the attention that she got affected her parenting to her children? Do you think she's just always been the same monstrous character, or did that attention and that ego stroking that I'm sure she got from others in her echo chamber who said, yes, you're parenting the right way, do you think that would have increased the behavior, the negative behavior towards her children?
Yes, I do. I think that, it was here she has over 2 million people that are supporting her and supporting what she's talking about doing. Now, obviously, she didn't get into the weeds on what was really happening there, but her overall, philosophy about hard parenting and withholding food and withholding presents, sort of this, horrid disciplinarian style was released to the public and embraced by millions. So I think it certainly gave her the sense of empowerment and the sense that she wasn't doing anything wrong.
Is the Ruby Frank and Jodi Hildebrandt story another lesson in how broken our system is for child protective services? Not insulting anyone who works there. I know there's plenty of lovely people that are completely understaffed, underfunded, and are just doing the damn best that they can with what they are given. But is this just another example of that, considering how many complaints had been sent in, including from the adult children who have said, this, my mom is abusing the kids, this is horrible, and it just kind of seemed to fall on deaf ears?
100%. And you said it so well. There's so many well-meaning social workers and people in that system that are giving their lives really to seeing the worst of society, what they can do to children. And they get up and they go to work at every day, and every day they see it. But the system is so broken. We can just cite case after case. Harmony Montgomery sticks out, but it's just case after these children being abused and the state not wanting to go in and do something about it. The parental rights seem to just overshadow everything that is right.
Yeah, over well-being or anything. It's like, well, you had sperm and you had an egg. You're horrible people, but guess what? You get to keep the kids. That just seems to be how it goes.
Yes, I agree. And, hopefully maybe this case, hopefully something can be done in a positive direction on that. And I really hope that the individuals who were remiss in their duties are punished or fired or looked at, or because they should be, because it can't keep happening. And their caseloads need to be looked at regarding other children so that hopefully that can be addressed if there's other abuse that exists.
Without a doubt. What's your take on the husband? His attorney made the statement that, well, he and Ruby, they were not together this summer. Ruby was living with Jodi Hildebrandt with the kids just for the summer, and that's where all these things took place, and he had absolutely no knowledge of it whatsoever.
I'm not buying what they're selling. Just to say the summer, those kids need to be so thoroughly interviewed and to create a historical case in terms of what they've lived through and gone through in detail. And hopefully some of the older kids, maybe some of those kids, wrote diaries or kept some sort of photographic evidence. I doubt that the parents would have allowed that to still exist, but you just never know. Something, they could have written notes and give them to a friend. Their friends might have information. I just think it's going to take a real deep historical look And I would doubt that such abuse could ever be withheld from a parent living in the same house.
You're locked into the Hidden Killers podcast.
Want more? Start binging on all of our true crime podcasts right now through Apple Podcasts and get an ad-free experience when you sign up to be a True Crime Today Premium Plus member exclusively on Apple Podcasts.
More of the Hidden Killers podcast dropping soon.
Press subscribe now.